Okay, hello everybody, this is Taff for another Taff's Word, and this time is going to be about the Welsh Rugby Union and Newport County's relationship with the new owners of Rodney Parade. So we've had years of poor tenant and landlord relations at Rodney Parade, which has been an unfortunate thing, but I think the way things have gone since the Welsh Rugby Union have taken over, for me it shows the lack of effort on Rodney Parade Limited's part, because nowadays we got a landlord that actually wants to work with us. They understand the importance of both football and rugby within the city. They're encouraging, they help us promote our match day experiences, and we obviously help them as well. We're actually forming, I wouldn't say it's a partnership, but we work alongside each other. I mean, I still don't know what the figure is yet, but on match days we get a percentage of bar takings now, which is something Rodney Parade were never willing to negotiate with us. It's, like I say, it's just part and part. It's just all so much better. It's functioning so well. I mean, you know, we got a landlord that collaborates with us. They're professional in their approach. They work with us on things. I mean, you go back to Rodney Parade, and you look at the fact that they would cancel meetings with the club all the time. Our previous board come under so much criticism for our lack of effort to make things work with the rugby. But I think it just shows that this current board now couldn't make it happen either. As hard as we tried, all we ever got was snidey media comments. The harder we tried, the worse they got. I mean, our commercial manager broke his ankle because they weren't looking after our boards. They were slinging them into ditches and things like that. You know, they were putting up advertising boards for Dragons games, leaving them there for Newport County games, claiming money for Newport County games for the Dragons, and not offering Newport County anything. I mean, when it comes to our games, because first of all, they tried stopping us in the Amber Army from putting our flags up. Back when Rodney Parade owned the ground, they used to try and stop us from putting up our flags. No, we can't do that. It's advertising boards. Say, are they Newport County advertising boards? Don't think so. Well, sorry, we're putting our flags up. They're not Newport County advertising boards. Then they shouldn't be in play right now. It turns out they were in play, and the Dragons were making money off the back of our games. Now, this is something, since with the Welsh Rugby Union, we've been putting flags up on there. Oh yeah, that's fine, they're not in play for this game. But you go, see there? You know, I mean, there's nothing wrong with them actually being there. But when you're claiming money on them, on our games, it just takes the piss, doesn't it? But now, they understand, you know, how things work better when it's functioning as in a relationship between landlord and tenant. So, you know, what else can I say? You know, the pitch is the best it's ever been, and it's always going to be good. Now, you can see all the new signage all around the ground, and the whole place just looks so much better. Absolutely unbelievably better. And I've got to speak to Colin Faulkner from the DSA to see how they are with the Disabled Supporters Association, and whether they listen to them or whether they work with them. But so far, it looks as though things are ticking really well. I mean, obviously for the club on the field, for the relationship with their landlords off the field, Rodney Parade is due for. Well, this is basically what I've heard. What I've heard is the squash club, their tenancy is nearly over, and it's not going to be getting renewed at all. But they're not going to kick the squash club out. The North Terrace is to be worked on and built into a proper stand, and the squash club is apparently going to be getting built into there, which leaves the cabbage patch and all the condemned buildings all over the other side free to be sold off, hopefully to fund the building of the North Terrace. And then when it comes to the rest of the stadium, I believe that there is going to be some investment into the rest of the stadium. But it appears that the Welsh Rugby Union want the Newport City Council, who also understand the importance of football and rugby in the city centre, and understand how important it is for the city and for the community. So, Newport City Council comes in, right, okay, we'll all build this up. Let's put our money where our mouths are, yeah? Help build this into a great stadium, an arena, something that they could actually put concerts on and boxing matches and things like that. How many big boxing prospects are there coming through Newport right now? How many of them would love to be able to box in their hometown at the stadium, the city's stadium, a proper nice stadium? A lot like, obviously, you had, I think, is it Kelbrook, who's a big Sheffield United fan, who boxed at Bramall Lane. Tony Bellew was boxed at Goodison Park. Their hometown or their boyhood, well, the teams that they're fans of, but getting to box at those stadiums, So local Newport lads, who wouldn't want to box at Rodney Parade if it was a nice, all-seater arena? You know what I mean? I mean, sport in a whole could thrive off the back of, sporting teams doing well, sporting success in a city. I mean, you look at Swansea, you look at Southampton, you look at Leicester, you look at Hull, all thriving on the back, cities thriving on the back of sporting success. So why can't Newport be the same? Put Newport even more significantly on the map and see the rugby, obviously the Dragons, Newport Rugby and Newport County all thrive together, working as one. And that's exactly what we've got with the Welsh Rugby Union there now. And I tell you something now, it is just, like I say, the last few seasons, obviously, we've been worried about relegation, we've been worried about a number of different things. And one of the worst things was Rodney Parade Limited, have a relationship with them. There was no relationship with them. Now, the Welsh Rugby Union, we have a relationship with them. We have a working relationship, a professional relationship between two professional organisations. And you're thinking to yourself, this ain't rocket science. This is how it should have always been with Rodney Parade. It just goes to show how difficult Rodney Parade were to work with. Like I said, I've said it a couple of times during this blog now. Rodney Parade were difficult to work with. The Welsh Rugby Union are actually a delight to work with. So I foresee a great future for sport in Newport now. And to think that there were people who were going to oppose the Welsh Rugby Union taking over and buying out Rodney Parade, like I say, it's an absolute no-brainer. And if anybody from the Welsh Rugby Union does catch this, from the bottom of my heart, I want to say thank you, because my club are benefiting because of you. And for that reason, I used to have a massive respect and like for rugby. I played rugby when I was younger. I've always enjoyed watching rugby matches when I was younger and as I was growing up. And as I turned into an adult and I started realising the bitterness rugby fans have towards football, it put me off the sport. This is now renewing my, what's the word I'm looking for? I wouldn't say so much faith in the sport, but, I actually I feel like I like rugby again now, because my club, Newport County, are benefiting because of the Welsh Rugby Union. They've given us the pitch that we want to play on. I know they wanted a 4G pitch, but we stayed in the Football League. And without even complaining, they laid this Deso pitch, which is now technically one of the best in the entire Football League, from the actual worst to one of the best. And if that's just stage one of the Welsh Rugby Union's, redevelopment of the rugby and Rodney Parade, the Dragons, and we're benefiting from that, I can't wait to see what comes next. And I tell you something now, the Welsh Rugby Union have got my full support as a supporter, and I hope that plays out the same for the rest of Newport County support, and the board keep building this relationship with them, because it's going to benefit us in the long run, and it's going to benefit them because they'll make money with us being successful, so it's within their interests. And at the end of the day, they see speculate to accumulate. Give us a share of the bar takings. Our fans know that we're making money off the bar takings. We drink on site instead of in one of the local pubs. And then all of a sudden, Newport County making money, but then they're making a hell of a lot more money than they would have. See what I mean? Rodney Parade were dinosaurs. These are forward-thinking, professional, reasonable people who want to see everybody within their ground succeed. And fair play to them for it. And like I say, they've earned my respect. And the sport of rugby has re-earned my respect. So once again, Welsh Rugby Union, thank you very much. I'm a very happy Newport County supporter. And that will wrap this blog right up. This was purely about the Welsh Rugby Union, to big them up and thank them. So hope you all enjoyed it. Keep watching the videos, and until next time, as always, up the county.